Hello everybody, it's Tommy and welcome back to another video. Today we are doing a Pokemon Create-A-Sim video, which I'm sure a lot of you already know is a really long series on my channel, but for those of you who are brand new, I'm briefly going to explain. So for the better part of the year, I've been doing Sims based after Pokemon, and I've pretty much exclusively been doing the original 151, but more recently I've been branching out into doing some more thematic groups of Pokemon. So around Halloween, I did 3 ghost Pokemon that were outside of Gen 1, and I wanted to do another video based after that, but do it more Christmas, holiday, winter, and in general, I tend to make them as human as I possibly can. Obviously not scared of funky colors and funky outfits, but they're definitely not supposed to be like magical Sims. They're just supposed to be the human version of whatever specific Pokemon I am going after today. So, today we are going to be doing Sawsbuck, Delibird, and Cubchoo, which are all Pokemon I'm not super familiar with. Maybe Delibird a little bit more. I think that was inside like my spectrum of Pokemon because I kind of broke off after Gen 3 and then got back on the bandwagon around Gen 6 or 7 more recently, probably within like the last 2 or 3 years. So whatever is in between is kind of outside of my knowledge. However, upon looking for more like Christmas themed Pokemon, a reindeer seemed pretty appropriate. So this is my version of Sawsbuck. As a general rule of thumb, I don't tend to put really interesting accessories on that give more of like that animalistic look. However, I feel like I can get away with reindeer antlers because there's so many cute little costumes and things that people will wear in celebration of Christmas, kind of like a Santa hat, but instead a headband with the reindeer antlers on it. So I felt like that was okay, and it really helped a little bit of the resemblance, but in general, I also tried to make their facial features really look sort of similar to whatever animal they are being based off of. So a little bit of a wider set nose, smaller eyes. I did go for a different color eyebrow because I wanted to sort of mimic the coloring around the outside of the eye for Sawsbuck. And if it wasn't clear, this is actually the winter version. So somewhat of a winter outfit, a fur little vest in a brownish kind of color, and then obviously most of the body you do want it to be brown with little pops of white here and there. So I found some really cool leg warmers that are obviously a shout out to the ends of Sawsbuck's legs. And then he's got this big white poofy thing around the neck. So obviously that kind of makes sense to do a scarf. Moving on to Delibird. So Delibird is maybe not necessarily a Christmas Pokemon, but he kind of resembles the closest version to like a Santa that we possibly have in the Sims universe. And for Pokemon Go last year when I was playing, I remember that they made his spawn rate really, really high. They're probably doing it again this year. I'm just not playing Pokemon Go this year. And it was really fun to see them all over the place and kind of catch all of them. And the brunt of my experience with Delibird is actually this old game on GameCube called Pokemon Channel, and probably none of you know what this game is, but I used to be obsessed with it because you could watch TV with Pikachu and buy stuff off the shopping network, and then Delibird would bring whatever you purchased for like your little house in the game in his bag and deliver it. So I think he's kind of like Santa, and I wanted to do a sim based after him. So the first problem was trying to figure out what skin tone I was going to use. Primarily, I will pick whatever skin tone is like the most prominent on the actual Pokemon. So for this case, it would be red, but the red skins are really overwhelming, and I'm trying to stay as far away from them as possible. Might use them in the future. It's not to say that I won't, but for this, with the big eyes, the sort of like owl look, she started to look a little crazy. She was looking a little insane, and the red skin tone definitely wasn't help. And then like a stark white skin tone, like a pure white skin tone, really didn't work either because it just made her look dead and it wasn't very like vibrant for the time of year. It worked a little bit better when I did my ghost Pokemon, but not for this one. So I did decide to go for like more of a yellowy sort of skin tone as an homage to the beak and the feet. But other than that, I would say, yeah, that is probably the biggest issue that I had. And to make up for it, I decided to go with a really, really bright red hair. Obviously, her eyes are sort of oversized, really round. I think it is supposed to be an owl Delibird. So I feel like you can get away with really big, round, kind of close together eyes. It is a little intense, but it's very unique and I definitely like it. And then the outfit, such a struggle, probably the hardest one from this batch, and I almost decided to pick a different Pokemon because I just wasn't happy with the way that anything looked, but I knew I wanted some kind of a matching top and bottom, and I recently put this set in my game, and it happened to come in a red with a sort of like white undershirt peeking out, which really resembles the overall like white patch of fur that he has on the front, and that sort of like general white area that he has to tie it into the sim. Little short yellow booties, and then I did end up giving her a backpack. It was really quick, but it's like a white sack backpack, and it actually looks really similar to the bag that Delibird is carrying. So that is Delibird, and then lastly we have Cubchoo. I literally have no idea what gen this Pokemon is from. I'm sure Super Pokemon fanatics and Cubchoo fanatics are going to yell at me in the comment section down below, but I knew we did have a polar bear Pokemon, and obviously that fit really well into the Christmas theme. So let's do it. The thing I wanted to try and find that was like super important to me was this hat. And I didn't think it actually existed, but I was really happy to find that someone had made one forever ago. And it's just like a knit Christmas hat or winter hat, doesn't have to be Christmas, with 2 pom-poms instead of 1 to resemble the ears. Perfect, exactly what I wanted. By the way, if you're wondering, all of the CC you're seeing in today's video is linked on my Pinterest, which is down below in my description box. I link everything before I make videos like this, so if you're ever wondering where's the CC list, everything from my Create a Sim videos goes onto my Pinterest. So go over there for the hat, for the jacket, for the skirt, all of it. It's all there. And then the only other thing I really wanted to do, I wanted some kind of a big puffy sort of teddy bear jacket, but I've used the one teddy bear jacket I have in game for a different sim, and I try not to repeat outfits. So I found this winter coat, and I felt like it was really appropriate, and then I found a white scalloped skirt. And the scalloping, you can see where the blue transitions to the white on Cubchoo, but the white skirt really didn't look all that good, so I ended up replacing it with a white jean skirt instead. Still kind of works. You still get the blue to white, and then some cute little boots to go with it. And that is my Pokemon Create a Sim video. I hope you enjoyed it, and let me know what you thought of these 3 Pokemon Sims in the comment section down below. How did I do? What Pokemon would you like to see in the future? I think my next ones for the regular series is maybe Meowth, but I'm not sure. You'll see that in 2020. I'll have the whole playlist linked at the end of the video. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that little bell icon below to turn on post notifications so you can get updated every single time I post, and I will talk to you all in the next one.